Hello, everyone, and thank you so much for joining us. We are all systems go, and we're playing Blades in the Dark this week. So sorry for missing last week. We were a little wrung out from work and everything, so we just needed a quick breather, but we're super excited to be back again. Of course, my name is Sean, and I'm going to be the GM for this session. And my amazing players are Abby, Sarah, and Logan. And let's see, where did we leave off? We had pretty much finished everything up, just did some downtime for our crew Foxfire, but perhaps most importantly, Duchess had just been arrested after her latest trip to the opera, and she'd rolled her incarceration to figure out how she does in jail after just taking the jailbird trait.
Yes, it's
And
very convoluted, but I shoehorned in all of the benefits. So
yes. He managed to rig the system in his favor. And so I believe Duchess does just fine. She keeps her head down and nothing bad happens, but she doesn't quite reap as many benefits as she would like. But from Jailbird, you get +1 faction status with someone you help on the inside. So I don't know if you have anyone in mind, Logan, any factions that you would like to sort of increase
I
your.
think, I think now you might push back on this, but I think Duchess would go all in on trying to get the Foghounds on their side to overthrow the race. She might broker a peace with the Foghounds on the inside, taking us from -3 to -2, so we're not at war anymore.
Interesting.
But
Okay.
this is is this all a Trojan horse so we can get the person that we want in charge of the Foghounds?
Yeah, I mean, she really just wants to. Now that we've weakened the Foghounds, I think she wants to use them and the Sirens to displace the race so that we can move further up. And
Okay.
so, however that is, if we,
We're looking at the
I
big
remember,
picture here.
yeah, we had tried to put a pawn in charge of the Foghounds. I don't know if she could take that step while in prison, or if she just opened a line of communication with them to stop
Mhm, mhm.
outright
Yeah, I
conflict.
think that I don't know if you'd be able to broker a full piece because I feel like y'all would need to maybe do something for the Foghounds to try and get that to happen. Um, the only other thing is that you would have to convince the the sirens to sort of be okay with the Foghounds because the Foghounds do still have control of territory in Night Market.
Yeah. I was
So
imagining this first step was not really. I know we had talked to the Sirens, but I think that Duchess is probably going to pursue this independently of the Sirens.
mm,
She's probably not going to take their word for their advice.
right, she's not going to listen.
Yeah.
Okay, so mm, I think yeah, you could. You kind of have to decide how you want to do it. You could maybe maybe there's a foghound that's in jail and you could try and set something up so that they get put in power if you wanted to have a pawn in control of foghounds, or you could just be trying to mediate peace with the current kind of leaders. So I wasn't sure,
Maybe,
were you
yeah.
still thinking of dispossessing sort of Margit, our current foghound leader?
Yeah, but I think that's out of the purview of being in jail. So I think it would really just be a ceasefire between the two of us rather than
Hmm.
trying to do power politics within the Foghounds.
Yeah, I don't think you wouldn't be able to get rid of her or anything. So I guess I would say you need to mm,
I can consort to see how well I do.
yeah, I'm trying to think because it seems like a lot to get yourself out of war with just this one roll. So I was thinking I could we could say like you started the process, which opens up the opportunity to end the war in a different way, and then you can pick another faction to actually get the +1 bonus with, because I don't want to take away your mechanical benefit.
Mhm.
Or yeah,
What
we
if
could
it was
also
like a
roll.
4 clock for like broken peace, and you gave me like 2 of them or something?
Yeah, that works.
Okay.
So you make contact with a foghound that's been held up and took the fall maybe for the gang a while ago and has been stuck in jail, and but he has some contacts in and out and still keeps in touch with the foghounds through secret means, and you've started to lay some seeds of dissent, ambiguity. All right, so but that does mean Duchess is stuck in jail temporarily for a pretty short period of time, I think. Only a couple weeks, since your
Yes.
wanted level is considered less.
I think it
Um,
was technically they just beat me up, but I wanted to go to jail.
you can choose. You can either be beaten
Yeah.
or you can go to jail for like 2 weeks or something. I
She's
think
not one to be beaten up.
exactly, and she will not pass up an opportunity for her new spa, uh, her new favorite spa locale. Okay, so that leaves Vinny back in the picture and our two regular ladies.
I just imagine there's a cell with like Duchess's name on it, like
She's got a
it's
plaque.
her. It's like hers.
She makes
Oh,
sure no
I'm
one
back.
uses it when she's gone. She started to spruce up the place. A
Yeah,
couple extra
yeah.
mirrors and, a wardrobe.
And her
Uh,
conspiracy board that like flips
Yeah, but
out
she
for
has her bulletin board she takes with her and hangs it
yeah,
up.
yeah,
So.
exactly.
I was thinking, Sean, there's a scene that I wanted to have.
yeah, definitely.
Okay.
I was going to ask, did anyone want to do some free play real
Yeah,
fast?
yeah. So I want to go out to Muse, specifically when Rain is there and not
Okay,
busy.
not hard. I think that's easily achievable. Did you want to go like before her performances maybe or after?
After.
Okay, so after.
Yeah.
So maybe you go a little later in the evening. Part of the crowd has already cleared out, but Muse is still a hop in place. But now the performances are over. The scheduled performances are over for the night, and it's just patrons drinking and sort of going about their business. Rain. Um, you probably see her behind the bar, helping out a little bit and talking to customers
Mm-hmm.
for the most part, keeping Amaris company, kind of watching over everything.
Okay. I'll go up to her and be like, Rain, that was an excellent performance, as always.
Did you actually listen?
Yes.
Oh, okay, sure. Roll.
I'm not a horrible
fortune
person.
I'm not a horrible
Walk up
person.
as you take cotton out of your ears. Oh, what a lovely performance!
I was just watching
Actually,
the whole
roll 2 fortune die.
2 fortune die. Come on, roll 20. Oh.
Not great. Okay, so Rain sings her normal, lovely songs, and per usual, they have an oddly entrancing effect.
Mm-hmm.
And this time, you are totally enraptured by them, and time
That's the
seems to
norm,
pass.
Sean.
I know it is the norm, which is why I gave you 2 fortune die to see, because you've resisted them before, but you could not resist their pull this time. She was just extra persuasive, and you kind of come out of it with a bit of a fog, a sort of cottony head. But you head over to Rain and chat her up a little bit, and she says, "Oh, thank you, Sylph. That's so nice of you. I'm always glad when you can come to one of my performances. I know you guys are always so busy with all of your, you know, side work. But did you have? Did you want to spend some time together?"
Yeah, I was wondering if you wanted to go for a walk.
creepy.
Just a nice walk around Doskvol.
She has such a comforting aura of darkness around her
the
now.
charming city of Doskvol, known for its incredible views. Rain maybe thinks about this a little bit and kind of whispers something in Amaris's ear before turning to you with a smile, and she says, "Of course. Where were you thinking of going?"
Well, I have a little something to show you if you're interested. I will take her out and like chat her up as we walk.
Okay.
I have like our little gondola set up with some candles sitting inside of it.
Oh my
Echo
gosh.
definitely was like,
Gondola.
"You go, girl." She's, "What do you want my gondola for?" Okay, fine.
Rain oohs and ahs when she sees the gondola. She's like, "Is this for us?"
Yes, I set this up special.
She's such a charmer, Sylph. And then she gets in the gondola, I'm assuming?
So I'm gonna
Okay.
just take the gondola around some of the channels for a little bit. I'll be like, I have something extra special to show you, but you have to keep your eyes closed.
She's like, "Oh, I'm just getting antsy with anticipation, but I guess for you, Sylph, I can do it." And she kind of closes her eyes and puts her hands like over her face, really coy.
And then I'm gonna take the gondola to the 6th tower and like show her our.
Now you have to kill her. You have to do your little mind blast and destroy her.
And just like show her our little like hideout, and she won't know where it is necessarily, but
You show her just the inside, sort of.
yeah. I'll be like, and this is. I'll go past the sign that
And
says
this
Duchess
is-
only. So this is Duchess's crazy string room.
And this is where we keep our boxes of rats.
This is where we keep all of our fine sand for Leaky Beach.
Fine sand is integral to our operation.
The entire bottom level starting to fill up with fine sand. Rain is a good sport and kind of is like, "Oh wow, this is cozy. Maybe have you been
So
doing any
romantic.
sort of like interior design, sprucing up the place a little bit?" You know, she's maybe like was expecting a romantic getaway, and this is not quite as romantic as she was expecting.
No, we just stopped by here.
Oh, we're just stopping by.
We're
okay.
not staying here. We're just stopping by. It's like
Well, she's confused.
we know where the sirens are based out of, and we don't. You don't know that much about us. So I like you can see like where we live and like where we're hiding
Echo
out.
and Duchess have an intense feeling, like intensely bad feeling.
I mean, you could be there.
there. I could
You
be
probably
there.
are
Duchess
there.
isn't, but
I like
There's
You
what?
like go into the you go into the kitchen and Vinny's just sitting there like, "Have you seen my candles? I can't find any of them."
see my lighter.
This is not what the gondola is for.
It's a romantic getaway gondola. It's the waterbed gondola now. All right. Yeah, Rain appreciates the trust. You know, she's like, "Well, it's nice to know that y'all have a safe little setup here. I'm a little less worried now but y'all could always take care of yourselves. Plus, we would find room for you at Muse if need be. Don't you worry."
Well, that's very sweet. Luckily, I mean, we got beds in here just like last month, which was pretty good.
Wink, wink.
Ooh, beds.
No,
Just
no.
last month. Oh God. All right.
But we just stopped by for like 15 minutes and say hi to Vinny apparently, and also Echo's judgmental.
Yeah.
And we will continue the nice romantic candlelit gondola stroll through the city.
All right. You have a nice little candlelit gondola stroll. Will you just take her back to the Muse
Yeah.
once you're done? Okay. How about you roll
Maybe we swing by like a market on the way back to Muse and I'll like buy her something really nice.
You almost buy her an eel sandwich, and you're like, nope,
That's-
Zelda will come calling. Do you buy her something nice? Do you buy her some jewelry?
Yeah.
If you pay a coin, I'll give you an extra dice for this roll I'm gonna make you make.
I don't
gonna
have
be
a
a rack
coin.
roll.
Can I take it out of my
Okay.
stash?
Yeah,
I'll do
of
it.
course. Okay, you pay a coin. You find a really nice necklace. I think kind of like a choker style with a large sort of ruby and red accents throughout it, set
Sounds
in
great.
kind of a
And
silver.
now you're like, okay, I need to embed this in your chest. So we match.
And she oohs and ahs and loves it dearly, and is like, I will be sure to wear this for all of my next performances, and I hope you'll be there. And I will have you roll 3 fortune die.
Okay. Please, for the
see
love of God,
how
do
this
not ruin
romantic-
my romantic getaway. Dice.
1, 1, 1.
5 is pretty
5,
good. 5 is
4, 1.
okay.
All right, 5 is good. It looks like Rain had a good time. She really enjoyed it. Like, should I give Rain faction status +1 faction status with Rain? I'll make a note and we can figure out how that might work later. But Rain had a great time.
Awesome.
She loved the jewelry, especially. She's a
feel
sucker
like-
for good gifts.
Mm-hmm.
The next day, there's now like a little notice on the gondola that's like, rules for using the gondola.
No
Vinny's like-
sleeping in the garden.
Benny's like, I've put 1 stick of dynamite in with my candles and it's disguised, so don't use any of them.
Yeah, we've like booby trapped our
Trick
things now.
candles. But the
Echo,
bad
you
kind of
said I
trick.
could use the gondola.
I did, Boo, and I wanted your day to go great, but I didn't want you to give away our hiding
She
space.
doesn't know where it is.
We don't know that. She's like, okay, I'm not gonna make a big deal about this because we don't know what's gonna happen. But next time, just like maybe not bringing back the loved ones to our super safe secret house.
Oh, I would never
Okay.
bring Rosalind here. Don't you worry.
Okay.
Only select people are allowed here, like me.
Vinny, how did you find this?
I don't know.
Vinny just moved in. We don't know how he got there.
Maybe somebody was blowing things up in 6 towers, and then he found this tunnel, and suddenly he showed up in the tower. And he's like, "Oh, hey, I didn't know you guys lived here."
I'll let myself in.
I'll let myself in.
For
It's
future
like with-
reference, I did this because of Reckless. So just lock that in your little
I was
GM
about to
mind,
say, I
Sean,
was like-
so.
Why we should
Oh,
get a
you
point
feel
for
like-
reckless?
Yeah.
That was a little reckless.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm,
If the
like
candles
this.
are not yours, don't touch them.
that's good. All right. So we've had a romantic getaway. Did you have any scenes you wanted to play out,
I sort of did.
Vinny, Duchess, or
Echo.
Echo?
Is it? Well, you're Scoff, yeah.
Yeah.
And is it well known that you
Half
are your
Scoff.
parents' child?
No, no one knows that because I look when I don't have a disguise on. I look more Scott than I do
Okay.
like my mother.
And
Who is-
who are your parents exactly?
Oh, is that a question for the ages? They're the Celind noble house.
Are they like loyal to the Empire?
100% sure, and they 100% do lots of creepy experiments on people like
Perfect.
scovs who are disempowered.
Okay, I think Vinny finds you.
Uh-huh.
Because maybe he knows you're Scav or something. And
Yeah, he's like, you look like a scov
Yeah,
under
and he's
that
like-
hair paint.
he's like, listen, I'm doing a mission on this noble Scav family. I'm trying to kidnap the mom because she's too loyal. And I'm trying to look for an insider, maybe someone who can sneak around the place, see what's up. I think you could do that. No?
And I'd be like, okay.
They're like the Celind. You know them? Real obnoxious.
And I'm like, yes.
They got some creepy stuff going on. Some people really want to pay good money to figure out what's up.
Echo's like, you can count me in, but I'm gonna need like a lot of like leeway in this operation. Like I'm gonna need to be read in / in charge.
/ in charge.
/ in charge.
I'm just here to get the weird stuff they're doing. I know a corpse thief by the name of Eckerd. He really wants one of them. They have a special corpse apparently. Logan's making all
you
this up
see,
as he
you
goes.
see, like the
Not
people.
inappropriate. I will say they are one of the high noble families, so that would be a big
Let's
job.
rob
Yeah.
them.
If you wanted to do, if you wanted to like kidnap an actual
Probably
member,
not the. I think he
stealing
wants to
the corpse
kidnap.
is
He wants
not
to
a-
kidnap a corpse.
Stealing the corpse, way feasible.
Yeah.
Right.
But I think so. Like, I don't think Vinny. I mean, if we don't want this to be the heist, that's fine. I think
This sounds fun.
Vinny's just.
I'm
trying
totally
to-
fine with this
Oh.
as the heist.
Oh, okay. Well, great.
Yeah, it sounds good to me.
I feel like you just see, like, maybe Echo is like, listen, I don't know what they've been telling you, but like the Slyph family is like Lord Skurlock ×5. Like you're not gonna just be able to kidnap,
A
The
body.
Lady
The Slyph family is 5 vampires.
Yeah, it's 5 vampires all pretending to be one person. No.
They're small. They're all in one cloak.
It would explain so much about my childhood. But I think so. She's like, it would not be feasible to do like a one-off kidnapping, but I probably could get you in to like an old laboratory. I've been trying to like find stuff out about them myself. So
How convenient.
how convenient. Bah, bah, bah. So yes, so I feel like Echo's just like, yeah, I'm in for like the corpse stealing, and then we go from there.
Yeah, I would say that off the top of my head, I think the family in and of itself is probably tier 4, but the stealing maybe from them would not be quite as challenging as opposed to if you were sort of affecting their main household.
Or it's like I'm thinking like we're not stealing from them. We're going to like the garbage disposal site where they dump the body, and like we steal the body there, like or the sewer that leads to the laboratory, kind of a thing where they're like, "You're
I think
dead.
they probably have
Chuck
a couple,
your body."
so you could probably pick maybe one of their fringe ones,
Mm-hmm.
and it wouldn't be as difficult.
Yeah. Cool.
All right. So Vinny's looking to acquire a body.
Yeah, I didn't mean for that to become the heist, but it works.
If
One of my
everyone's game,
contacts
I'm
is-
game.
We haven't stolen a dead body yet. That'll be fine.
That's a new one.
Haven't stolen a dead body yet.
You've stolen a live body called Venus, who may have become a dead body.
And a granny.
And a grandma.
who was
And
on her way
grandma,
to being a dead body.
who was
if-
half dead.
We're just getting more and more dead as we go.
And now we're full dead, so it's fine. We're doing good. This might be the first time y'all have done an actual score that matches your like preferred sort of
Robbery.
Operation.
operations. Yeah. You earn
Sean,
XP when you execute a burglary, espionage, robbery, or sabotage
Yeah.
situation. We haven't done that in a while.
I think it's all of those things, sort of.
Okay, so we're gonna rob a lab for a body.
Correct.
Get
Get ready for some major PTSD.
just what we needed to make this session interesting. All right. So you're gonna need to start gathering some information. Does I think maybe let me think. So the family probably has a house in White Crown, but they probably have like a lab. Maybe, who's your contact's name again?
Eckerd.
Eckerd. Maybe Eckerd has heard of a lab that they're working on in the docks. Since that's pretty close, I think they would have... Oh, Brightstone. Yeah, close to Brightstone. But filthier. So, more appropriate. So, maybe he knows there's a secret lab in the docks, and they're... they have been doing certain experiments on a body that he would like to procure. So, would like to gather some information.
Also, when we rescued Granny, didn't we see that she was being like treated with medicine from the Slyph family? Didn't we?
It was
didn't
like
we?
psychic
Yes, she
mushroom
was being
juice.
treated by a Slyph doctor.
Mhm.
So, we know that they kind of do... They're known for their medical prowess, and they push the boundaries of accepted medical science constantly. But it also makes
Constantly.
them sort of geniuses of the medical field.
Yeah, they're evil geniuses.
Gross.
Morals be damned.
So I have a clever friend named Stasia who's an apothecary, and
Mhm.
maybe they have done some business with maybe this lab in particular. And
Yeah.
I'll try and see if they've maybe they've made a custom delivery or something along those lines.
Sure. Do you want to consort with them?
I would love to. And I get +1D to gather information for scores, right? From informants. It's our turf.
Yes, you
do. I had forgotten about that.
Good, because I only have one.
I mean, you could sweat. I don't know what... You don't have to consort.
Biddy's not very resolute. Unless he could tinker with them or wreck them.
No.
It's either 1 or 0.
Probably not.
5.
5. Okay, so the what's her name again? Sorry. Stasia?
Stasia.
Did you meet up with Stasia at her place of business, and you kind of get a chatting about any recent business she's had, or any big sort of deliveries or strange products that have been requested? And she does mention that one location in the docks has been requesting a pretty steady supply of the more sort of rare and precious herbs and medicines that can be found in Doskvol, and she hasn't necessarily supplied been the supplier, but every now and then maybe she's someone else has contacted her for some of her supply, and it's kind of been like a weird daisy chain of different suppliers to get the needed goods. But she does mention that there is an old sort of dockyard warehouse that is sort of been the drop location for that, and it's was once one of the more used sort of on and offloading areas, but lately it has been left abandoned for unknown reasons, and who knows why it's now suddenly being used for all this medicine.
Okay, Stasia, you beautiful eel. You've been as
You
helpful as
beautiful-
always.
She says, "Thank you, Vinny, you explosive piece of dynamite."
Oh, it's getting hot in here.
Little did we know this was the romance segment. Fox and Duchess goes to jail, and everybody gets a love life.
Duchess falls in love with the Foghound leader, which is why we're at peace now.
Oh, that would be a twist.
That would be a twist.
I would go there. I want to see that.
Right. Trying to remember, did we decide if there was consequences for gathering information or not? I think we had a whole big
We've
drama.
done 50-50.
If you roll an action die. If you roll an action, there's consequences. If you can roll actions as fortune, and then that's a different thing. But it's just up to you,
Yes,
Sean, what you want us to roll.
Gosh, yeah. I remember digging deep into the rule bylaws to see how this was decided by other GMs. I think it's fine. We'll just pass on consequences for that. Because nothing's particularly jumping out. I think maybe it's drawn a little bit of attention to this whole process. So if potentially there's some other bad rolls, maybe there'll be a consequence relating to that attention, but nothing major. All right. Anyone else? So now you know you're pretty sure this lab is somehow connected to this old warehouse that's right on the river's edge, or the bay's edge, the channel's edge, close to the other shipping areas.
got it. And you said that the warehouse is in the docks?
So the warehouse is in the area of the docks, and do we have the map pulled up? Or can you pull up the map, Abby?
Yes?
I think the map is
Maybe.
there.
Oh, yeah, we've got our fun fancy map. There we go. So the docks, I'm imagining it's in the like southwest corner, that little edge close to Silk Shore and Crow's Foot, and like maybe it's tucked right over there in the edge, close to the very, very close to the channel, to the
Got it.
waterways.
Okay, yeah.
But it's just not, it hasn't been like actively used by shipping companies for a long time, or not for a long time, for a little while now, for mysterious reasons, for unknown reasons. But it is still
now
in the area, like workmen go by it all the time, like it's still a busy area. But the actual building itself is rarely entered.
Like
or used.
in there? I marked it on the stream.
Yeah,
Okay,
close to that area.
Well, do one of you want to scope it out? Or
Yeah, I'll scope it out. I will go look at this building and figure out what the different ways are in. Like if the doors are normally locked, so if we have to figure out like a way to get in them otherwise. If there's like escapes like on the roof that we could get out if we need, or like what the options are.
this I think is a drop point, right? So we'd want to see if someone drops something where it ends up going. So maybe we should drop something so someone picks it up. Right? This wasn't the lab. This was like a drop point for the lab. Is that what you said, Sean?
I was intending it to be connected to the lab.
Oh, perfect. Okay, great.
It's
Well, in
like
that case,
the
go ahead.
front through which they move goods. I was kind of thinking.
Okay, so you want to find out sort of what the layout of this area is? Okay, so the outside is pretty easy to see. As far as you can tell, it looks like every other warehouse in the area. It's got two, like maybe 3 sets of really big loading doors that do appear to be locked and chained shut for the most part, and there's maybe like one back entrance that's also locked with just a regular sized door. The roof, I think, is got a sort of like a water tower on it almost, and it's just a flat roof. You could get to it. It's pretty high up, but you might be able to get to it from another warehouse. And there's no such thing as OSHA regulations, so there's no like fire escape or any sort of stairs going up or down the outside. It's unlikely there's a trap door on the top,
Yeah, okay.
because it's just, it's like probably at least it's probably like 3 stories tall,
Mm-hmm.
about, um, to fit a lot of stuff. I don't think there's anything else super notable from the outside. Did you want to like stalk it out or try and get inside somehow?
I don't think
Stake
I
it
want
out?
to
I
go
didn't mean stalk
inside,
it.
but I want to test the doors to see if they're locked normally. And then if I can determine, like you said, it's probably attached to the lab. So if I can determine which building the lab is as well, or if maybe there's like something underground underneath the warehouse.
Mm-hmm. So it looks like I said, the front loading sort of bay doors that face towards the docks are definitely locked. Like
Yeah.
they're both barred, probably from the inside, and they've also got chains on the around them. And then the sort of back entrance is also, of course, locked.
Mm-hmm.
But um,
But that's just a normal door.
but that one's just like a normal door,
Okay.
not like a giant loading door or
Yeah.
anything. Um, I think if you wanted to try and suss out how like the lab is connected, I think you're gonna need to roll
Yeah, yeah,
something
yeah.
because that's
Can I roll
more.
prowl? Or maybe a tune if they have like weird ectoplasm stuff. If I could
Oh,
sense it.
100% there's weird ectoplasm.
I think prowl could work, but that would involve maybe going in, trying to find a way inside or like staking out the area. A tune would work right away, but it wouldn't be as precise.
Okay.
You could survey, which would probably be the safest, but it would take a little while.
I will just wait for somebody else to go in this building and I will sneak in behind them and just like scope it out really quick to see if there's like passages that you can't see from the outside. I won't like go in anywhere. I'll just see if there's anything obvious from the inside of the building.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so yes, roll prowl for me with probably just risky standard.
Ugh, roll 20 is really not liking me today.
It says, Abby, you're not allowed to make rolls.
4.
442. Okay, so you are able to get inside. What happens is, I think no one really uses um the front large bay doors, but you kind of wait for a while, um hiding in one of the side alleys as you watch sort of this back door, and eventually you see someone drop off like what looks like a couple fairly discreet, like just packages. They're boxed up goods. You can't really tell what's in there. And then after just a couple moments after that person, the delivery person, walks away, you hear kind of a bunch of clicking and unlocking and latches kind of being undone before someone opens up that back regular door that they have, and they start pulling in the goods that were just dropped, and you're able to very, I think, quickly, while their back is turned between your new kind of shrouded darkness and your fine shadow cloak. It's a close call, and you kind of like brush up against the person a little bit so that they're like almost spooked, like was there like a wind, because you have to get so close, but you're able to kind of like sneak into a patch of darkness before they can actually see what happened. And they continue going about their business. And inside, it looks really barren, just kind of like dusty, relatively unkept, lots of like opened crates and various sort of devices as well as things sort of laid out. There's like tables with stuff pulled out on them. You can see some like apothecary gear as well as some Sparkcraft items, like some tech that you're not really sure exactly what that is. None of it looks like active, but it's definitely this is sort of a preparation or holding area. Um, and inside, you can see there is like a stairway that leads to like a second level, and there's sort of like just like a half level almost, like the warehouse just has one little sort of not porch but like landing that's about halfway up, so you can get like a good view of the whole area from there. And you can see the person who pulled in all that stuff is just sort of muttering to themselves and setting things aside and sort of like cataloging, keeping track of everything and setting things around, but they don't actually go anywhere. You can see that there is one sort of like trapdoor that leads down, and you don't know where that is unless. No, I don't think you have time.
Yeah, no, that's good.
So you can. There's one trapdoor that leads down to something,
And there's a staircase
and
up to a second level.
there's a staircase up to a second level, and the person though did all those latches behind them once they pulled everything in. So when you have to get out, you have to undo all those latches, and despite how quiet you are, they can hear the clicking, and you're safely through the other side. But you have alerted them that someone is kind of been sneaking around
Yeah.
potentially. So they're going to be on higher alert.
Okay. Are these latches all like they have a bunch of keyholes? Or is it
So I imagine it's like they've got one regular sort of keyhole lock, one sort of like metal bar sort of like latch that goes down, and then one of the chains as
Mhm.
well, and maybe two like keyhole locks. So it's pretty heavily.
okay? So is the only time that door opens when they're receiving something, or is there like different shifts that show up to switch out and then they?
From the little that you saw, it only opened up when someone dropped something
Okay.
outside.
Okay. Ha ha ha. I would like to gather information, and this new warehouse is just so low in security and needs to be inspected by a senior technician from one of the other labs. And Madam has heard of the recent intrusion into her privacy, so I'm going to need to review all of the schedules and shifts and procedures, the OSHA procedures that should be in place that are not in place. I am going to have to see and
You
sign
are
off.
out of compliance.
You are
Ma'am.
not compliant. Like a big red stamp has just been like stamped on several things.
Just like the door. Boop.
Yeah, so I imagine like
This
Borrow
right
some
here
of
is a
the
fire
graffiti.
hazard.
this.
Mike,
Anybody
it's
can-
flammable.
Anybody can sneak into this. What were you thinking, man? Yeah, so I imagine like I roll up, just like bust in my lab coat and like imperious.
Okay, how are you gonna
spectacles.
bust in?
I bust in because I do the same thing that Abby just did. I wait for a drop, and then when I see it's open, I'm like sitting there on those boxes being and I'm just like, amateurs.
You've got a clipboard and some glasses, and they already feel like they've failed their last class.
Yes, exactly. I am not pretending to be a professor for nothing. I've upgraded my disdain, my ability to,
Guilt.
to guilt others incredibly well. Yeah, so I think I'm just sitting pretty on those boxes, and I'm already like minus 200 points to Gryffindor.
Okay. What are you trying to find out?
I want to review their shifts and like their documentation of like
Their
comings and goings.
procedures.
Their procedures. Like I want to know.
Need to see your standard operating procedures.
I need to see your standard operating procedures. I need to review the incoming goods and the outgoing goods. I am here to make sure that you are in compliance with sound.
This is an audit, okay?
This
You're
is an
being
audit.
audited.
It is essential.
This is an internal audit, an internal Cylind audit.
Because it's a new, and I'm going to be like, because this is a new facility, we need to make sure that this
It's not that new.
I thought you said in the last month. I thought you said in the
newer.
last month.
I don't remember what I said.
No.
It's not like it's crazy new.
Okay, newer, and there's an infraction because somebody just intruded, and that's a huge security risk.
Huge security breach that you're gonna fix.
She has a clipboard. She can do anything.
And I will deduct points for any nonsense.
Okay, well, you're definitely gonna have to roll.
So yeah, basically my goal is to get whoever's like the manager of this plant to show me around and show me their documents. That's like, and I just, read through it and I'm like, and these go where? How many guards do you have?
Okay.
So
I think I need you to roll something to do this convincing.
Well, you know that I want to be a sway.
Okay. So if you want to sway them, I'm going to put you at desperate limited.
Limited? How dare you?
I know, how dare I? This is a pretty big jump.
What do you mean?
A high security facility that you're just showing up at, pretending
this is
to be
standard gather information, Sean.
Regulation.
Standard.
A regulator for Doskvol, which is known for its regulations.
This is standard.
It's a Cylind.
This is Industrial Revolution. We're still using child labor, and there's no compensation.
I know, but the Cylind house, Sean, operates at a higher level of efficiency.
Oh, maybe efficiency. Definitely not
not moral
upstandingness.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying efficiency. This is in the name of efficiency. This is not in the name of morals. But okay, fine. I will take your desperate limited and see what happens.
You get your extra dice, of course, for being in disguise.
And
gather information.
I wasn't even going to put that in there. But since you limited me, Sean.
I will limit you.
This is your fault, Sean.
It's all your fault.
It's not.
It's always Sean's fault.
Whoa, that's a lot of no sixes.
Oh, geez.
That's a lot of no sixes.
But I got a 5, and I'm okay with that.
All right. So, you are sitting on these boxes, just looking. I imagine you in like a pencil skirt with like just a nice button up.
A pristine laptop.
She's got like a construction hat on.
Some glasses and her clipboard. Just like tapping your pen against the clipboard, waiting patiently, already writing things down. As you hear these locks being undone and moved out of the way, and when the person opens the door, they sort of like freeze for a second, looking at you before they go, excuse me, what are you doing here, madam? This is a private uh, location, facility, one might say. Only by appointment is anyone allowed to enter? And the person is kind of staying shadowed, and the door is really only half cracked.
She's like tapping the pencil against the clipboard, and she's like, "Oh, I'm well aware. But I would not really consider this to be private. You have already failed in 3," and she like shows like 3 deduction points areas of privacy. I speak for all of the Slynd house to say we are severely disappointed in this performance, and we are here to perform a review. It has reached the madam's ears that there has been an intrusion of late, and she wishes for things to be tightened up.
Okay, the person seems suitably humbled, and they sort of step back and start blustering a little and saying, "Well, I take perfectly good care of these facilities, but
Do
if
you?
the madam requests an inspection, of course that is fine." And sort of opens up, and you see a kind of a 30-year-old woman who is just dressed in workman's clothes, and she sort of says, "Please come in. I need to get these supplies anyways. You can look around as you see fit." Um, and she brings in all of her stuff like usual. And so you ask kind of about shifts and rotations. And
And more
she
specifically, I guess not just shifts and rotations, but like more specifically, like incoming and outgoing material. You know, like the procedures of like when do things arrive, when do things leave, like where do you send the things that leave to, that kind of thing.
um
How do you cover your tracks to make sure no one follows you?
she says,
What about this
let's
OSHA fire hazard right here? What you gonna do about that?
it's all an OSHA fire hazard.
Somebody
She
could just blow this up.
says, what does she say? Um, she lets you know that, I mean, there's only maybe one other person who works at this location, and they switch off like basically every other day, more or less.
Mhm.
And that they receive goods pretty much like twice a week or so. Um, that they then just catalog and take care of up here and bring down anything that is requested, but they do not handle any outgoing stuff. There's nothing goes out of the warehouse from that she takes care of. And
Hmm.
she kind of lets you look around. Once again, it's pretty much what Sylph already saw. Some Sparkcraft tools. You recognize maybe some of them a little bit more, just from having been in your family's house a little bit. A lot of it looks sort of experimental. A lot of
You
apothecaries, a lot
just
of potions and tinctures, and like different setups for distilling. Um,
Mhm.
but I don't think you're gonna get much else. She says any sort of outgoing things are handled downstairs, which you should obviously already know about. And then she requests your sort of name and connection to the Slynd family.
I blow trans powder in her face. I'm
Why my name? Here's my badge.
Here you go.
It's my badge. Her badge is laced with trans powder.
Here, look at this. I mean, that's always an option. Yeah, I mean, I feel like I have an alias that I give her.
Okay, so you give her
and-
the alias.
yeah.
She.
Which is probably the same alias that I used when I was pretending to be a doctor with the granny.
I don't remember what that was.
Yeah, I mean, I don't either. But I'm just saying it's like a person who has already been used in connection with like the Salins and like working for them. So, you know, if she was to remember.
I think it's gonna come up blank because no one heard about the whole
That's
Penderton
the whole
thing,
point
probably.
of an audit. Oh, heard of me.
I don't think anyone heard of
Yeah,
the
I
other
feel-
incident because the
Well,
only
yeah.
two people were Grandma and
Yeah, oh, that's fine.
the
That's fine.
caretaker.
She doesn't have to hear about me, but
That's
the
how
name
it's
I'm gonna
supposed to be, lady. You don't hear about the other facilities. That's why you are out of compliance.
Exactly. Thank you, Logan.
Anyways, she starts to get a little testy and ushers you along as she starts working, like as she's trying to work on this other stuff. And don't think you're going to be able to get any more information.
She
out
should
of
know
her
that's not the best way to handle inspectors.
unless you want. She does
Life
not.
lessons, kids.
Unless you want to try and roll for something else potentially. But the consequence, I mean, they're growing more and more suspicious as we speak.
Susp.
Very
Suspect.
suspicious. There's lots of suspecting.
I think we have enough, right?
Yeah, I think we're good. Just be easy. Get in, get out.
I mean, we never actually know what we're doing anyway. Gathering
Never.
information is just,
Just
for
fun.
fun.
All right,
Yeah.
Vinny. I have a problem for you to solve.
Yeah.
There's latches.
I pull out my bandsaw. I'm like, we got
A
will this
bandsaw.
That should do the trick.
Okay, perfect. I press a button and a little mariachi band starts playing.
It's a bandsaw. Wow. Love it. The newest technological invention from Vinny.
This is how I've been spending my downtime.
Well, worth
This
it.
is my hobby, making tools that are puns. Oh,
We're all like,
dokey.
yes, great.
Well, we can go in from the roof, right?
No, there's no roof entrance.
And we feel like
Exactly.
I think it's unlikely there's a pre-existing roof entrance.
Exactly.
or we want to be downstairs. Everything is supposed to be happening downstairs.
Well, it's really easy to just have them get a drop, knock the lady out, and then we have free reign, because the person's not going to show up for like 2 days.
But we need to make sure that the drop is a dead body. Like, we don't know when and how dead bodies arrive.
I thought
No, there's a body there. That
there's
we
a
need to
body
take.
already in
it's-
the lab.
It's
No
for
one's-
sure there. Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
They're already doing an experiment on a specific body that this guy wants, which is really creepy, and I don't want to think about too much.
He's a corpse thief. What do you want? I like to imagine maybe this was like a Skav soldier, and he just wants to bury and give this guy a nice
Just wants
proper
to
rest.
Oh
Yeah.
wow, that's so sweet.
just
Yeah.
Well, it's too late for a proper rest once Celinda gets a hand
Yeah,
on you.
but remember this, Sean, because that's my background. So I'm gonna whip this back out when it's XP time. Move along. Okay, so
All right, what kind of what's your?
we could either come in through the roof, or we could
gondola.
Are you stealthing?
we could
Are
put a
you
drop.
assaulting?
A drop that's like a little bomb almost that explodes into trans powder.
I like the way you think. Or I was like, we make a drop that's us in crates and we just pop out.
Ooh, a Trojan horse situation.
Mm.
What are these really heavy giant crates that we didn't order?
Rats!
3 more buddies!
Why is there a sudden rat invasion? We'll have to
The
call
killer,
these
it's the attack rats. The secret attack rats that
This
y'all have been
can-
training this whole time.
We'll have to call this convenient rat extermination company.
All right.
Do we want to
Okay.
take a break and think about it, or just roll our engagement?
Yeah, let's roll
Let's-
engagement so that Sean can think about it, and then we can.
Let's
take
say
it.
Wait, no, y'all haven't decided anything.
I think our
So
point
it's
of
going to
entry...
be a stealth mission
yes.
or an assault
Yeah.
mission? Okay.
Stealth.
What is your detail?
Heavy.
Heavy.
No.
Head-
Detail. What is your point of entry?
Oh. We're gonna make a hole in the roof.
The roof. Okay.
Correct.
So the roof is the entryway.
Right? Like,
What is... Yes.
this hatch area, we can just... You know where it is, so we can go on the roof above that spot, right?
Yeah, above the little semi-level.
Or is the hatch
Yeah,
in the ground?
The hatch is in the
Hatch
ground.
was in the ground. We have to
Oh.
we have to cut through the roof to enter through the roof.
Or we can just go in this door.
Or we can come in from the underground.
But
We
we
can
have
try.
we'd have to figure that
That
out.
sounds worse.
How is that worse? We have underground maps and passkeys.
Yeah. He's just riding high off of the Dimmer sisters. Yeah. I mean,
Or,
we'd have to
we can break the latch, I guess. That works too.
yeah, we just blow open the door.
The door!
The door!
Okay. Going, gone.
The
The
door.
door. Okay. And your loadouts.
Heavy.
Heavy for everyone.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're going
Roll
in
I mean-
loaded.
Okay, is this operation particularly bold or daring? No. Is this operation really complex and contingent on many factors?
No.
No. Does the plan's detail expose a vulnerability of the target or hit them where they're weakest? No.
Yes. They're
Sean,
bad
I
attitude.
exposed so many.
Bad attitude.
There's so many OSHA violations. Is the target strongest against this approach?
No.
No. Can any of your friends or contacts provide aid or insight for this operation? No. Are any enemies or rivals interfering in this operation? Maybe.
I
Are
don't
you
like
maybe
any of these
A
words
tier
that you're
lower than
saying.
your target.
Yes.
Yes.
Wait, but
Um,
aren't the scavs? Don't we have the scavs on our side? Those rebellious scavs. We're doing it for them.
you already used your scoffs up when you...
Or like, can Hutton help me?
Who's
Because
Hutton?
Hutton is my he's the leader of the Scout Rebellion.
Oh, okay.
That's what I meant. Yeah.
So okay, sure. So I'll give you a +1 for that, but I'm going to take one away because they are higher tier than you.
Yeah, so we're at 1.
Can
That's
you
fine.
take another one away too? So that we're in a desperate situation?
I mean, I could make you roll 0.
We're gonna roll really poorly on this 1D anyway, so.
Yeah,
no, we're not. It's gonna be fine, Abby.
I could say an enemy or rival will interfere in the operation. Yeah, sure. Why not? Let's make it fun. Roll 0 dice.
Yes! Okay, you can go ahead and roll
Oh,
0
why?
dice.
Just get 2 6s, you got this.
Yeah, get 2 6s.
Who's rolling?
You are.
I am?
Yes.
Yeah.
Apparently, you're the luckiest.
Okay. Roll fortune. What is that? 0
2D.
dice?
Yeah,
Or
it's
0 dice.
0, but it's 2. Yeah.
We'll just
0.
leave it at 0. Come on, spirits of revenge and spirits of auditors.
Spirits of OSHA auditors past.
Let's go. No notes. Why notes? No.
3.
3.
That's pretty bad.
All right.
Thanks,
So,
Logan.
You start
You're welcome.
in a desperate situation, and we will take a quick break while I figure out what that looks
A
like.
quick 10-minute break.
Thanks
quick
so
10-minute
much
break,
for
Sean.
joining us. It's always a
They
quick
might have thought it
10-minute
was a
break.
long 10-minute.
No. Well, I mean, it's long because they don't get to listen to us make fools of ourselves. But
Oh, they will, Sean. They will.
all right, we're back. Thanks so much for sticking with us. Sorry that took a little bit longer.
It was a
Everyone needed-
long 10-minute break.
It was a long 10 minutes because it was over 10 minutes. We all needed a little food and
A pick-me-up.
beverage break to keep us energized and ready to go. But real quick, how are you guys entering through that door? Are you just blowing it up? Are you
I'm
just
doing precision explosives on the little
Stealth
hatches.
blow up, Sean. Stealth.
They're gonna
blow
go
up.
Stealth
boom, and then
blow-ups.
it's gonna creak open, and we're gonna be inside, just like that.
None the
Just
wiser.
like that.
Do you have precision explosives?
I have saboteur, so it doesn't actually matter because I'm hidden. I work. When I wreck, my work is much quieter than it should be. The damage is hidden from casual inspection. Look at this.
Okay.
Look at
Wow.
this.
That's great.
We know a guy.
So, you proceed to try and explode open this door, and it seems to be going pretty smoothly. You set everything up, you set it off quickly, kind of, I guess, blows up one side of the door, but that does then proceed to creak open. Who filters in first?
I will go first, ready to punch whoever I see.
Okay. You
I said that's how it was gonna go today.
This is my
So-
job.
Sylph sneaks in first, but instead of being particularly sneaky, you see that there is in fact a contingent of 3 blue coats
Oh,
and
jeez.
the one worker who are all staring at you, very confused, and the 3 blue coats are quickly reaching for their weapons as they start to approach you.
Inspection!
Knock, knock. It's
Intruders.
OSHA.
Who are you? I told you there was something weird going on.
I
Get
put
these
my
guys
blue
outta
coat.
here.
I put my blue coat on.
Really quick.
She just like, hold on one second, and pulls it out of her backpack. I think you all said you were heavy, so you all look like ruffians up to no good, which means you're not
Ugh.
going to be able to disguise yourself.
Hilarious. Let's fight
This
these
is like
guys.
this. Let's talk to them, okay? This is like when you pay someone to rob a place to test your defenses. That's all this
mhm.
is. A misunderstanding, and then we shoot them.
All right, yes. So if you don't do something soon, these
I
blue
need
coats are going to.
I need that as a gif. I'm going to make that a gif.
And then you shoot him.
And then we shoot them. Perfect. Okay, great.
Okay. Who's
Benny,
gonna do
we have a
something?
smoke bomb?
We absolutely got a smoke bomb. So can we flash back to when I put the explosives on the door? I also put a smoke bomb there.
Yes. What are you trying to?
I just want to like put smoke so we can fight them without.
Okay, to like gain a benefit from that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can do that pretty easy. They still, I think they still see, well, now a huge amount of billowing smoke on top of 3 kind of shadowy figures entering through smoke.
Yeah, so they can't shoot us as easy now, Sean. That's the
Yeah,
idea.
that's what I wanted. They can't just like whip out a gun and shoot us.
It didn't look like they were going for guns right away, anyways. So
I
Well,
thought you
I
said
shoved
that.
the smoke back on the canister.
I said they went for weapons. They
Oh, is it like batons?
could be batons. It could be something else.
It's Logan. Logan always
Could be
gets
a
shot,
saber.
We know.
It could be there could be a pistol hiding somewhere in there. I left it open to see what y'all would do.
Okay. Well, can I
Okay.
flash back?
Of course, you could always flashback.
Okay, what we got two options here. Team. We
I
have
think you should fight your way through.
flashback to planting a bomb when I was inspecting,
Oh, that was good. That's good.
That's a good
or
one.
we have flashback to bribing a blue coat.
Flashback to making all their weapons broken.
Don't know if I can do that.
No. I like the bomb idea, I think.
Or you could just have bribed one of the blue coats, so then it's 4 on 3 rather than 3 on 4.
Yeah.
If that's more
Or I bribed the blue
reasonable.
coat to super glue their weapons. I don't know. Um,
Let's see, what do I got in my bandolier? I have no idea.
Vinny's got so many things on his
We
bandolier.
could just fight them, or not. I don't know.
We could fight them.
They're
Is it
advancing.
stealth? They're advancing, Sean.
Okay, flashback to where we're still discussing.
Flashback
Roll a big die
to.
and we'll see. That's a 8 stress flashback.
Jeez.
Just take you right out.
Okay, I got one. Can I flashback to?
Oh wait, guys, this is great. I forgot about my special ability.
Oh, what is that? Oh, killing everything.
Yeah.
I was gonna try and make a flash
that's
bomb,
right.
but that also works.
I think we all just
Because
look at Abby and we're like,
I went in the room first, so I can just do that, no problem.
Yeah. Perfect. Yeah. Okay, we've decided, Sean.
Problem
Yay!
solved.
he who walks in darkness.
We're at 0 heat. We got a lot we can burn.
So much. Okay.
Okay. So
So I'm gonna enter this
what-
room expecting for just the regular lady to be here and to knock her out. And then all of these people are here and like pull out their weapons and stuff. And I think Sylph has like a minor panic attack, and in that panic attack, like this darkness explodes out of her. And they all get a vision of the formless form of he who walks in darkness. And have level 3 harm and are catatonic.
That's
After
pretty good.
which Echo says,
You take
you
3
can do
stress.
whatever
Yeah,
you want
I
with the
take 3
gondola.
stress. That's okay. No, you don't. You
Uh.
specifically don't see this because otherwise you also will have to.
Okay, so we don't see this. We're still behind the smoke.
Yeah.
Yes.
The smoke was important after all.
Yep, 3 stress.
I don't think we
Okay.
actually used the smoke bomb. I think we just let her go in first, so we can
Okay.
use the smoke bomb later.
Yeah, so you go in first and you are not expecting all of these people, and kind of in this moment of need, he who walks in darkness acts on your behalf and with you, and I think sort of, dark tendrils like explode out from the star in your chest and sort of almost like pierce their minds, and all 4 of them fall to the floor and just kind of start drooling, basically. Their mouths open, their eyes wide in fear, and they are completely unresponsive.
So we turn the corner.
Clear.
Whoa. What was that?
I think the 2 of you maybe see or feel this presence, but yeah, you don't know exactly what just happened.
I'm gonna be real frank with you. That's real freaky, but I'm not gonna say that because I don't want you to do that to me. Okay.
Finny, it's
now
like a
let's wrap these
mind
bodies up.
bomb.
It is like a
Ooh,
mind
you've
bomb.
got me. I do like bombs.
Okay, and so now all of these guys are incapacitated, and you're
Correct.
in the warehouse.
Go to
It
the
looks-
trap door.
Yeah.
Pretty
Just
much
move,
exactly
move,
the
move.
same. Okay, you go to
Wait,
the
do we
trap
wanna-
door.
How long are they gonna be like this? Do we need to tie them up? Okay, let's tie them up.
Forever.
Okay.
Let's
Oh.
tie them up.
Tie them up.
Okay, we tie them up.
Okay, you tie them up. And that's not too hard. Maybe one of you mark off rope as a
I'll do it.
item, just to keep track. And you make it over to the trap door, which is locked. Bum bum bum.
Don't worry, I'll pick it. No
When a
problem.
problem
Not very
comes
good at picking
around,
locks
you
anymore.
just pick it.
What? I'm
So
good
I
at
did-
picking locks, theoretically.
Theoretically.
I have fine lock picks.
You will be desperate or risky standard.
Okay, with finesse is good.
Or Tinker, I think, is picking locks.
I would like to use finesse.
I would like to buy a Val. I would like to buy a finesse for this.
Tinker does say pick a lock.
Specifically pick locks.
But
But finesse, I mean,
finesse does sleight of hand.
yeah, sleight of hand.
That's not
Sleight of
picking a
hand
lock.
is different from picking a lock. I will
Handling a
give-
vehicle.
I will let you use finesse, but you're going to be risky limited.
That's fine. I will swap position for effect.
Okay.
He didn't expect that.
I knew it was going to happen.
Come on, roll 20. Ugh, that's
Oh
Okay,
my
hold on.
god!
horrible!
4 rolls and all or nothing. Okay, so your first consequence is that yeah, so your first consequence is your lockpicks break
Okay, great.
and you can no longer use them.
Oh.
You'll need to reacquire them somehow. And then I think your second consequence is a 4 o'clock reinforcements and mark 1 on that.
Don't worry, I got some backup lock picks, and I pull out this. Remember that invention I had that's like the paste that you can like shove in a lock and then attune to
Yeah.
it to blow it up?
Yeah. Cool.
I'll mark that.
Are you
Okay.
gonna use that?
Yes. I can't attune to it, so if somebody else wants to try.
I'll try.
Okay.
Okay, that will be risky standard.
Can I set? Do you need me to set you up with like a tinker to place it, or
I have
can you
3.
attune well enough? Okay, you're fine.
I mean, theoretically, fine.
You're fine. You got this.
Yeah, it's not like you could roll 4 and get nothing.
6!
Hey,
6. Okay, perfect. So, falling back onto Vinny's explosive repertoire, you move maybe a little bit away and tap into the ghost field to activate this explosive, and it goes off without a hitch.
gonna be honest, I didn't know if that'd work. I've never used these before. I'm surprised your head didn't. Like,
It didn't explode backwards. It's
yeah,
your own mind bomb.
I couldn't figure out
Uh,
which direction it'd go. So good thing I guessed right.
And you open up that that hatch before following it down. It's kind of like a little wooden step ladder down into sort of this low ceilinged stone cut tunnel that's very kind of like wet, and you can hear the dripping, and it's got a little bit of running water and kind of smells really stale. And following that down a ways, eventually it does open up. It's not far, just like maybe 30-40 feet, and then around the bend it opens up a little bit into sort of a small, just like 5-foot by 10-foot area with a bit of a higher ceiling, and you can see what looks like a metal clad door embedded into the stone with sort of a crackling electric quality to it. And you can I think Sylph can tell that there's some sort of sparkcraft energy attached to this door.
I got this EMP. that I've been holding
That's
on
We
to.
true.
still have that?
That's true.
But I don't
Deploy.
know if we want to use that here or if there will be more stuff. Like if they have holes inside like they did for the grandma, then that would be bad.
Yeah. Can we? So you said it has some spark craft. It's like an electric door. You said. Like, does it look like if you touch it, you'd be electrocuted?
You're pretty sure if you touched it, you'd be electrocuted.
Can I whip out some like wiring and like rig it up to where like I take the door and connect it and then like ground it so that we could safely unlock it?
Sure. To tinker with it?
Yeah.
All right. I'll put you at probably risky standard.
Okay. 4.
4. All right. So you set up this wiring, pulling out some of the spare tools that you have, and you try and set to ground it into the far corner of the room. We can trying to get it as far away from the rest of you, and you do attach it to the door, and you can see the sort of electricity start to surge through and overcharge. But it actually is a lot more electricity than you thought, and you're going to take level 2 harm.
Yow. Can I resist that?
Yes, you can.
Prowess?
Probably whatever the physical one is.
Prowess. 4.
So take 2 stress. That's level 1 harm now.
And I will. Can I expend fortitude? Do you think this counts as a fatigue, weakness, chemical effect?
I would say no.
He was
Okay,
working
I'll
with a
just
technical skill.
I'll just.
That's it
but
only if you
pushing
push
instead.
yourself. So you could
I'll
use it
just
for
mark.
pushing.
I'll mark armor. Maybe I was wearing leather boots or something.
Okay, yeah, you have specially insulated, I think,
Yeah.
gloves to
Mhm.
help you because you
I
work with a lot
fake
of
being
dangerous
electrocuted,
things
but then I'm like, just kidding. I'm fine.
as a joke.
It was funny. See.
And you can see it kind of like scorches and blasts the far corner of the room.
I want
But
to
you're
go over
able
there.
to ground this door. And it's actually not locked, so you are able to enter there, and before you, you can see sort of I think it's kind of like the first room. Like you can tell this is probably actually a couple different rooms, something of a complex. And so you enter this first room, and you can see that it's mostly just where they've been prepping all of the sort of reagents and stuff. So you can see more sort of active, bubbling mixtures and different things on burners and stuff, Sparkcraft devices sort of working with different mixtures, as well as a bunch of like raw materials. You see like powdered,
Echo gets noticeably more twitchy.
different sort of powders and plants, as well as little like pieces of animals, different animals,
Wow, this just seems irresponsible. There's all these burners and no
as
one
well as
around.
minerals.
Okay, now we're
And you
looking
can
for
see,
a body.
so this first room has
no
3
body.
doors that branch off from it, one in each direction. So it's your left, right, and in front. And I think you probably hear some shuffling and noises, but there's also just a lot of background noise from all the various goings on.
Can I flash back to when we were tying up what's her face and had like patted her down for important documents using finesse? That's just like hoping that she has some like map or key on her that we could use.
Okay, yeah. You pat her. I don't even think you need a roll for that. Roll
would
a
that be
fortune die for me
Fortune.
Okay.
to see
And
what
while
she
I'm doing
has.
that, I maybe slip something into her pocket. Just as a note. Rolling a fortune die. Just one.
Yes.
Come on, fortune. 4.
4. Okay. So she doesn't have a map or anything. She does have a key, but you don't know what it goes to. Actually, I mean, she probably has a couple keys. Some you can guess have to do with the front door, but there's others that you're just not sure what they do. She's got a key ring of sorts.
I hand the key ring over to Abby. To Sylph. I'm like,
Through the fourth wall. Here you go.
my hand reaches through my character's consciousness. I echo hands. She like tosses it to Sylph, and she's like, "Here, just in case, like this comes in handy." I found it on Miss Priss over there.
Thanks.
And yeah, can we study the door? Can I take a minute to study the doorways?
Yes. You
Determine.
could study or survey or something along those lines.
Okay.
What is your goal?
My goal is to determine which door is more likely to take us to bodies. So I guess I'm like looking for traces of like chemicals that I recognize from like my past, that I know they like the smell of chemicals, or like the
Can I aid her in that?
hum of lights or something like that.
Smell that sweet, sweet formaldehyde.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm basically seeing which door causes me more PTSD.
Yeah.
We should go through that door. Whichever door triggers me the most is the one that we want to use.
And you want to assist Vinny?
Yeah.
Okay. What do you want to roll for that?
I meant the one where I just pay stress.
I know, I'm talking to...
Oh.
You're talking
Go.
to me? I was
Yes.
going for study, but I mean, if will not... I study and survey seem the same to me, so I don't know which one.
Study
I think
narrow, surveys broad.
Mhm.
Study is fine, because you're
Okay.
being pretty specific. I'll put you at risky limited.
Can I make that a position and effect swap?
Sure. How are you making your study more desperate?
I mean, the more that I trigger myself, the less effective I am. So
I think
like,
you can also, my help can raise effect, right? Or add a die?
Yeah, I think so.
Yes.
oh, okay. Well then,
You could do both.
yeah. Let's do both. Let's trade and add a die, because I only have one in
Risky
study.
limited to desperate greater. My favorite.
Desperate standard, I think.
Desperate
Your extra dice.
standard, and I want your extra dice, because I only have one in study. I want at least 2. So yeah, I'm gonna say like desperate, because I'm accessing very volatile parts of my subconscious, and I'm taking maybe a long time.
Okay, you're going slowly. Sure.
Yes.
Roll those dice.
A desperate standard with a bonus dice. Come on, childhood trauma, let's go.
This is beautiful. The curse of 6s has been broken.
What happened
That's
to
what you
us?
think.
So
That's
sad.
what you
Very
think.
Very few. I think only 2, maybe 1. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing.
Because we didn't suffer through Ironsworn last week, so we're not being rewarded this week.
Sure. Okay, so you go kind of from door to door, studying, kind of looking around, seeing if there's any sort of trails or traces that lead maybe to where you want to go. And you know that this body has been experimented on. So I think you do find maybe like you just sort of like catch the faintest hint of sort of like a decay coming from one of the doors, and you
The sweet smell of decay that lives in my nightmares. Yes.
yes, the sweet smell of decay, reminding of you when you were tossed out with a bunch of dead bodies. Um, and you are pretty sure that following maybe this door and where it leads will get you to where you want to go. But let's see, what is your consequence going to be?
Level 4 harm.
Level 4 harm, trick door. It actually
Just kills you.
Your mom's
just
on the other
kills you.
side.
It's,
and
My
she
mom
grounds
is on
you.
the other side.
it's a mimic
My
and
mom,
it eats you.
Malia, it's all there. No cave lion can save you now.
Okay, I think what happens is you're like opening this door to go through, and then this is the door on the far left of the room. And then at the exact same time that you're opening that, on the far right side, the door opens and you hear a man muttering to himself about, I don't understand why we need all these extra precautions. This is just ridiculous. There's already enough stuff. And you see a man in a kind of shabby looking lab coat slash like worker's apron opening the door, and behind him you do see a hull following him around.
Okay, I'm gonna set you up, Sylph. I'm gonna distract him and then you knock him out.
But there's a hole.
EMP.
Okay, yeah, sure. Set me up.
Okay. I say, whoa, sir, what are you doing? This is a closed area. We're performing dangerous tests. You shouldn't be in here. I'm just gonna keep distracting him.
I'm gonna
Doing
sneak
a
up
lot of this motion.
Yeah, like watch over there. Whoa, oh no.
I'm just gonna sneak up along this wall and then knock him out. Blam!
Okay, so you're going to so the guy like sees all three of you and is like very confused and almost like shocked, and especially while you're kind of like flailing your arms in his general direction and shouting at him, Vinny, he like just is like, what is happening? This has never happened before. And the hall behind him has like zeroed in on you, Vinny, and is kind of like seems to be making its way towards you. And then so Sylph, will you roll something to attempt to knock out this
I'm gonna set her up.
gentleman? Oh, so you need to roll something.
Yeah, he needs to roll
Yes.
and then I'll roll.
I'm gonna command him to like freeze, don't move. The place is rigged to blow, buddy. Oh no.
Oh no.
Okay, I'm gonna put you at desperate
This is
standard.
a rigged to blow test that we're doing.
Okay, perfect. 5.
Nice.
5. Okay, so you keep shouting at this guy and command him, and he is sort of easily commanded and just kind of stops moving and looks bewildered, and is kind of like gaping his mouth, going like, I don't understand. And then your consequences tick 2 on the reinforcements clock. And then Sylph, if you'd be so kind as to roll something.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll prowl.
Okay, you will be... what did I make? You're gonna be desperate standard.
Okay. And you set me up so I can be desperate great, right?
I don't remember exactly what setup.
I think setup lets you adjust
Setup
your effect.
only affects position
Oh,
or
position.
effect. I'm
Or
pretty
effect.
sure.
Okay.
Yeah, so
makes
desperate
sense.
great is what I'm gonna go for. With a bonus die from Daredevil. That should be fine, hopefully. 4. I mean,
Nope,
I am
it
rolling
wasn't.
so
Oh,
horribly.
Okay.
Wow. Okay. So I think as your greater effect, if you want, you could use your EMP to take out the hull.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Okay. So, you, as you kind of slip around to the side, you go in and knock out this guy with one hand, while on the other side you're have your EMP ready and charged, and you do successfully knock out this sort of lab worker. But right as you do that, you also this hull moves with greater speed and attention than you thought, and it has switched its focus from Vinny to you, and you will take level 3 harm as it
Ugh.
attempts to stab you.
Alright, great. I will resist it and see how that goes.
Okay.
I guess I can't. I need to subtract one from this, so the last one just won't count, I guess? Because it doesn't let you subtract a die. I don't
You
think.
could just
Yeah.
roll dice.
Yeah, or you could roll 3 fortune die, whatever your prowess is.
I'll roll
2.
fortune die, yeah. Because I subtract one from Daredevil.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, roll 20. You can do it. I believe in you.
It's trying its best.
Oh my god.
3. So you take 3 stress.
And then I'll wear heavy armor.
You're at level 2 harm, and you're gonna reduce that all the way to 0.
Yeah.
Okay,
Whoa.
so goes for a slash like right at your heart with pinpoint accuracy, but luckily he who walks in darkness almost like slips you to the side partially, and then it hits a piece of your armor for the rest of it, and it kind of slashes through your clothing, but not really actually dealing any harm. And that split second of it attacking you lets you discharge your EMP to take it out. Did we ever decide how big the radius is for that?
It's tier 3.
It's tier
I feel like it's probably knocking out a lot of electrical things.
Yeah, I think it is. That's why I wanted to know. Tier 3.
It's a
tier 3.
4-block radius.
Several rooms. It's not 4 blocks. Where did you get that?
It would be if you hadn't looked it up.
It would be if I hadn't looked it up, which I did. It could be several rooms. I think, yeah. So it discharges, and y'all all feel like this sort of tingle of energy pass through you in a wave, and you can see the hull immediately shuts down, and then slowly after it, sort of any sort of lighting and sparkcraft material also quickly shuts down, and you can see like the burners click off, the lights start flickering and then shut down. Any sort of electrical artifacts have quickly shut off, and y'all are in pretty much pitch darkness at the moment, with a knocked out
I whip
gentleman.
I whip out my lantern.
She whips out her lantern. Okay. And then do y'all want to keep proceeding through that
And I say, this
leftmost
way.
door.
My trauma says this way.
Okay, let's listen to her trauma.
My dead body senses are tingling.
My trauma says I'm almost tapped, so.
Abby's like, don't make me do anything else.
Okay, and so you go through that lefternmost door. You see another room that's been blacked out and kind of quickly looking over. You can see there's some like glowing. There's a variety of like glowing objects. So like you see some like mushrooms and stuff that have been somehow infused with ether, and some other sort of like flasks filled with like glowing ether. As well as maybe a couple drops here and there that have sort of escaped. And following that, you find quickly see another doorway, which you can smell sort of the scent of decay is getting stronger and stronger. And when you open that one up, you see I think it looks kind of like what is that called? A mortuary? What is the room where
A morgue?
A morgue where they hold dead bodies on slabs of tables.
Yeah, there's like a gurney.
Yeah, so you see like a bunch of like metal tables. So this is like a really long room, like I would say like maybe 50 feet long, about 20 feet wide, and you see just like row after row lining both sides of the room with these sort of what look to be bodies covered in cloth, and you can smell, of course, it's not great in here.
Yeah, Echo is
Formaldehyde
already like
and decay, including darkness. You can also see that a lot of them have there's like same IV bags that were attached to Grandma Penderton.
Grammy Graham.
Are also attached to some of these bodies, and they have weird sort of like glowing properties underneath them.
I feel like Echo's freaking out. And she's freaking
out.
She takes Vinny and she's like, Vinny, what body do we need? We need to get out of here.
Okay, so it's got 2 arms, 2 legs, and a head.
Pull yourself together, man!
I just did that.
Does it matter which one or anybody?
The body to me?
I don't know. You're the one who picked this mission.
Yeah.
There has to be something distinctive.
Okay, it's my
It's
friend.
a scav, right?
It's my old comrade. We served in the army together back in '82. Okay, so I recognize him. We just gotta look at each of these bodies closely. Okay?
I'd recognize him from that tramp stamp we both got together.
He got tattoo. It matches like this one. Okay.
Okay. So are y'all gonna go down body to body, trying to find it? That seems like your only option.
That seems like our only option, and I have a lantern.
Gonna make you roll something for that.
I can survey.
Yeah, I think survey makes sense.
I can aid.
I have 0 in survey, so
I can aid you by like holding up the lantern.
Sure, yeah.
For each body.
Do you got a devil's bargain for me?
A devil's bargain. Let's see, Vinny, maybe. Maybe I think the bargain is gonna be the House Salind is going to be maybe interested now in what the sort of Scavlan revolutionaries of Doskvol.
That's fine.
Are
They
doing.
can be
Maybe
curious before they're blown up. That's fine with me.
Undue interest and interference.
Okay, so I'll have 1 die.
Plus.
Yes.
Me.
An assist.
Oh, okay. So
yeah.
So what's
I'm
my
holding up
position in
lanterns
effect
for
then?
you, boo.
Your position in effect is gonna be, I think, just risky standard.
Okay. Risky standard. 2 bonus die. 6.
Oh, a 6. Wow. Okay.
You found that tramp stamp.
Oh my god, it looks just like the day we got it.
Just like
Just like-
the day you got it.
Okay, now we need to flip each body over so I can look at their lower back. Let's go.
You do
He
a
was
lot of-
already on the gurney. He was like the next one to be experimented
Yeah, he was
on.
surprisingly early in the queue, and you don't even have to search that far before you find him. He is hooked up to one of these IVs though, and you can see sort of the trace effects of this ether that had been pumped into his body has left a sort of scarring, like a strange sort of opalescent silvery scarring, as well as a little bit of a glow to his body.
Wait, is he dead?
Yeah, he's dead,
Oh.
right?
He's
Yeah.
mostly
What is this?
dead.
Some sort of weird life support system? He's dead. He doesn't need that. I yank it out of his arm.
Okay, you yank it out and you grab the body, I'm assuming, to...
Side note, I'm gonna say like 2 drops accidentally land on Echo. When you
On me?
yank out- on Echo, on me. Like
Oh,
when you
okay,
yank out that IV, like 2
Just
drops.
like, yeah.
Yeah.
It's stuck.
And
Okay.
I'm gonna say like there's just side story narrative note. A
Okay,
few drops get on me.
sure. Okay, you grab the body and now you must make your escape. Your
Wait,
escape.
I think I want to take a couple of these bags, you know?
Okay, sure.
I wanna
Echo
take
was
a
like,
few. I'm like, yeah, you hold this, I'll be right back. And I go around to a couple of bodies and I'm like yanking out these tubes
How many
left
do you
and right.
take?
Probably
I'm gonna say 2 is 1 load.
2 is 1
And
load.
there's probably max like 4.
Okay, 2. So that actually fills up my load then.
Okay,
I'll mark that as a large weapon because it's also 2. Great. Perfect.
sure. They can be used as a weapon in a pinch, I guess. And who's carrying the body? Because that will be another 2. Like that will.
I can carry the body,
load.
and
2
that will
load,
just
probably.
narratively add to my stress, which will be fun.
Okay, so you're carrying this dead body, and
Or a large weapon.
how do you want to escape? Also, another large weapon, an unusual weapon.
We could
You-
group prowl, which is
Back the
probably
way
the
you came.
safest way. Yeah.
Mhm. Can I flashback? This is at the docks, so flashback gondola is parked, handling nearby.
Wait, do
Sure.
we want to take him?
Ooh.
That guy on the ground.
Oh, the
The one you knocked
Unconscious
out.
doctor
the shabby guy.
Oh.
Yeah.
or lab worker?
Yeah.
Who we
Why?
gotta carry? Who's gotta carry?
I don't know. I
him?
need an apprentice or something.
If you can
I mean,
carry him,
I
you can
can't
have him,
carry
Vinny.
him, but yeah, that's
Well, can you like trance him or something?
Can you like transfer?
Like,
is
Trance
he
him.
conscious?
You are my.
No, he's
You are my
unconscious.
apprentice now.
I can't trance him.
How long does
if
that
he's
last?
unconscious.
Lifetime?
Forever, according to Sarah. Yeah.
Shut up, Sean.
Forever, and she's developed a personal immunity to all trans powder juices.
I think that makes sense. Okay, what person would use a drug that they're not immune to? It's like
Many, many
iocane.
people.
It's like iocane powder. Thank you, Abby.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
This will be great. I'll take venomous, and then I'll just make out with this guy every once in a while to give him trance powder, and then he'll be my apprentice for life.
Your thrall, more or less. I don't like that. So, you can take him though, but someone needs to carry him.
I've got my body, and I'm not happy about it.
Can we put him on the gurney? You said there was a gurney. Can we stick him on the gurney so we can?
I never said there was a gurney. Sarah said there was a gurney. I just said there were slabs of like tables, metal tables that all the bodies were set on.
Okay, well, I'll take that. I will not take the special, the IV bags.
The IV bags. Okay, I
Wow,
will
an
allow
apprentice
that.
means more to you than I
It's
do.
Well,
technically
we can like ransom him. I'm
Yeah,
thinking.
two
yeah.
weight, so I will consider you overloaded for other.
Well, no, I took 2 weight
Two-
of the IV bags.
The IVs. Oh, okay. The IVs were 2 per weight, two per load.
Oh, well then I wasn't at capacity, and I would be able to drop them and take 2 more, and now I'm at my load.
Yes,
Okay.
but the body is 2, so you'd have to drop all the ones you had.
Yes.
Okay. Still net gain 0 IV bags, 1 wannabe apprentice apparently.
1 willing human.
1 unwilling human, soon to be converted to thrall apprentice.
No,
Okay.
we're gonna ransom him. It's
So
fine.
now you need to get on out of there. Group prowl.
Prowl.
Group prowl.
Group-
Do I
group-
have?
Prowl.
Someone needs
Who
to
has-
lead.
Who's pretty maxed on
I've-
stress?
I've got a lot of. I got a lot of stress to burn. So
Okay, you can lead.
you can leave.
What's our
I will.
position?
I'm gonna put y'all at desperate limited
That's fair. We have
for
2 bodies.
reasons
It's
unknown.
fair, yeah.
One.
Beautiful.
1 stress.
Okay, I got 5,
5.
which is not awesome. Oh my god, you guys!
2 stress. All right, the rolls are
fine.
just fire today.
Horrible.
All
It's
right,
fine.
so
It's fine. It's
there's
fine.
going to be a couple consequences. You finish ticking up reinforcements, so you tick 2 on that, and then as you are leaving the room with this body, you hear a strange sort of moaning and shuffling, and about 5 of the bodies proceed to get up off the table.
This is why I have nightmares, guys.
The the sort of claws covering them coming off, and they start sort of shambling towards you all as you make your way, continue to
Can
make your way
I
out.
resist that by like closing the door?
Yeah, sure. Can resist.
And welding it shut.
I was gonna
Sure.
say if you just close it, it's probably not gonna stop them forever. But
Close it. Take the electric wire from that one. Put it on that door. Oh wait, the EMP went off.
EMP broke
Yes.
all our electricity.
We can probably outrun them. Yeah, that's fine. What are a couple zombies? I won't.
what are a couple zombies? So I think you all make it. You make it to that first room that you were that you entered, the first full room of the lab. And as you get there, you've been outrunning these hollows for the moment, but they're not that far away. And as you kind of get into that central room again, you hear a bunch of footsteps sort of shuffling down the hallway that you originally came from. Like you hear people chomping down the stairway.
Hey, I say let them go. We just hide, let them go straight into the zombies and deal with that
Ooh,
problem,
yeah.
and we sneak up behind them.
Sure.
Okay, I like that.
Or, yeah, sure.
Okay,
We're hiding.
so you'll need to roll prowl again,
hide.
probably
prowl.
to hide.
Okay.
Group
But
prowl.
why,
Who's
Sean?
leading?
I have 3 trauma left, so
I mean, there are 2 rooms that you never went into.
I don't want to explore more rooms.
Ooh, okay. Yeah. If I grab their hands and pull them into one of the second rooms, will that be a guaranteed? Will that make our position and effect better for this prowl? Like a devil's bargain
Yes.
almost.
If you pull them, I mean, it's not really a devil's bargain. There's nothing inherently evil about these other rooms. um, but yeah, I mean, it depends how you're going to hide. If you're just going to try and hide in this main room, it's going to be harder than if you try and do something in one of the other ones.
What's the worst that could happen?
Yeah, as long as you pull us into the room where the disheveled guy came out of, that's probably for the best. Because we know
Yeah.
it's nice
Habitable.
to humans.
Okay, yeah, I'll grab them and we'll go into that other room.
Okay, so you pull the others into this room and close the door as quickly and quietly as possible. I think I still want you to roll something.
We can still group prowl.
To make sure you're doing it like quickly enough, I guess, because they're coming, you're being pincered almost. But I'll put you at risky standard for the difficulty.
Are we doing a group?
Sure, who's leading it?
Oh.
This isn't good. We rely on you for our good roll. I guess I can lead it because I'm actually leading.
Roll those rolls. Abby's
Risky
high. We go
good,
riding
that's
high
good,
with
that's
332.
Come on! Come on,
Nope.
Sarah.
Ooh, so 2 stress to Vinny. Okay. What is your consequence gonna be? Okay, so you go into this room that the lab worker just came out of, and in the dark, you can't really tell exactly what this was, but it looks more like a surgery and dissection area. You can see some scalpels and some various fleshy things that have been pulled apart and pinned in various ways.
The worst sentence you've ever said.
Yeah,
Various fleshy things.
Just fleshy things. You don't really have enough time to worry about what they are. And as you kind of pull into that room, you hear whoever was kind of tromping down those stairs make their way into that room you were just in, as well as the hollows. And you hear some shouting and some kerfuffle from that, but it's not like it doesn't really sound like they're actively fighting. You hear some shouting and some people being like, get them under control. I don't know what activated them, but they've got to be here somewhere.
Does this room look like it has an air vent or something?
It does not have an air vent. It has another door at the far end. I think it has 2 doors. So that was the far right door. So there's one door to the left that looks like it.
What is it with these people indoors?
There's one in the back, and there's one that looks like it might lead to the central room again, just from another direction. Yeah, this is a lab. It's not meant to be.
Is there like a you know those hatches where you open them and put a garbage hatch?
Like a garbage chute?
Yes. Is there a body disposal chute? If this is a surgery room? Maybe their surgeries go bad more often than not.
I don't think so, because this looks more like a dissection room. If there was a body chute, it was probably back in that morgue that you just came from. If you could get around all these peeps again. And I still haven't decided on your consequence.
Sean, what consequence? I don't understand.
What consequence? Don't think you're getting out of this.
The sound of running water is so close by, we can just
The sound of running water.
Escape to the river.
I think I think another you hear. No, that doesn't make sense. We're gonna put a pin in that, and I'm gonna
Okay.
circle around to it at a later date.
Okay.
He's like,
Can we flash back? I want to obtain. I want something that will let me make like a hole in the ceiling.
a hole in the ceiling.
so that we can just like get back to the warehouse.
So we can just
ground
get
floor.
up and out.
I mean, an explosive will do that.
Yeah.
Is that what you want? I don't think there's a quiet answer to that question.
I mean, I don't want there to be a quiet answer.
It's too late.
I'm reckless.
Okay. Yeah. I think it would need to be pretty strong.
Okay.
So you're at
you want me
least
to
like
acquire an asset?
probably 6 foot underground.
Oh.
Yeah, because remember you went down a bunch of stairs.
Yeah, we came down like 30 or 40 feet.
I mean, maybe not 30 or 40, but
That's
at least
what
like,
you said, Sean.
No, yes. I say things and then I'm thinking about them in one way and y'all are thinking about them in another.
Measurements.
shallow
so open
staircase.
to interpretation.
Yeah, it goes sideways a lot.
There's just 15 stairs down, then 15 back up. So it's
No.
on the same
I
level.
was thinking it's like maybe a 12-foot wooden little stepladder staircase down from that trap door, and then it was a relatively level 30-foot hallway that maybe had a bend in it that led to the laboratory. So you're at least like 4 to 6 feet underground, depending on how
Would
things work out.
Glorious Visage work on the hollows?
Probably not.
Okay.
Does anyone
They have
any
no
ideas
minds with which
on
to
how
blow
get
up.
out?
I mean, I could get rid of the people that are out there, but not the zombies.
Yeah. That's fine.
Because
Do
I
we
could
want to
just
take a quick break
I need
while
a
y'all
break.
figure
yeah,
out?
Let's do
probably.
it.
We're in a tight spot, guys.
We haven't rolled
Let's-
sixes, and it's making us.
I know.
Anxious.
Wow, look how much they rely on those
Horrible.
6s.
That's not true.
I know it's not true. You're doing great, guys. You're doing great.
We survived the goat incident. We could survive
Yeah,
this.
if you survive the goat
I
incident, you can
whistle.
survive.
Our goat runs into the room and escorts us out of the building.
Attack
Alright.
goat.
We will be back in just a little bit.
We're back.
All right.
Okay, so we
Thanks
get the
so
whole.
We're a
that's shifted
mess!
To black
Oh my god,
lotus.
they're a mess. Oh man, it's been a struggle to come up with a plan, guys. Sorry we keep going long on these breaks. There's just so much that needs to happen.
We would be
So
done
much-
with it in an instant if Sean wasn't Mr. No.
They just like to bend the rules like you wouldn't believe. They're like, oh, that group of guys coming down the stairs could be our friends. And I'm like, no, they're a consequence that I made to punish you. You don't
We
just get
turn
to
it
do
around
that.
and punish you.
Yeah. Yeah, and then they blame it all on me because I have to say no.
Okay, well, I
So
run
you
into
see
this
what I have
room.
to put up with.
He's
I
like
run
a
into
parent.
this room. How many doors are in this room?
Okay,
Too
so
many.
the door you just entered has, of course, the one that you just came through. One on the left, one, we'll say center, and then it's got one long wall.
Oh, so there's only 3 doors.
So there's only 3 doors. There's one let's imagine you've entered and it's a long triangle. There's one to the left, one on the far side of. It says a long triangle, long rectangle.
did.
Sorry,
I was
There we
confused.
go. There we go. I was confused
long
as well.
rectangle. It's a triangular room. Who knew?
With 4 sides.
All right. New Geometry by Sean. So to the left, to the far center, and then there's one long wall which just has a bunch of stuff on it.
Okay, without consulting anybody, Vinny runs into this room when we all get in here. He shuts the door behind us, throws the body on the ground, and to each door I'll use a charge of my bandolier and I will put binding oil on them, permanently shutting them.
Okay, so you're gonna bind. I'm assuming you're gonna bind the one you just came through first.
Yes.
I'm gonna have you make a roll just to see how quickly you can do that. Would you roll a fortune roll with your tinker? Or finesse, whichever you prefer.
Tinker.
Tinka.
5.
Woo!
5. Okay, you're pretty quick about it. You're able to get the first one down real fast, and right as you're leaving that to work on the next one, you hear them like trying to bang and get through, and you hear someone shout like, "Split up! Someone go through the center room and see if you can get around to one of the side doors. We'll try and
Yeah.
work on this." And
So
so
unless one of you stop me, I'm gonna do all the other doors.
yeah, and I think you can do like you will be able to get all the doors done in time. You're just not quite as fast. Like you've gained time, of course, by doing the doors, but you haven't gained a bunch of time.
Yeah. Okay, so now we're sealed in this room. What's the plan?
And you hear they're starting to knock, like sounds like they're starting to get stuff to try and break down the doors.
Breakdown.
Do we need GM advice?
Maybe.
My GM advice would be check your secret passageways and tunnels to be like, maybe there's one that runs near here, and then see if you can explode into one of those.
Yeah.
Okay,
'Kay.
so I think we should check our secret passageways and underground pass keys and see if there's one that runs near here and we can blow a hole in it.
Sounds great.
Perfect.
Okay, so now you need to roll a fortune die. I'll let you roll
2.
2. I'll let you roll 3 if you take a devil's bargain.
What's the devil's bargain?
The devil's bargain is
Does the guy wake up?
Dead guy
no.
or
Oh,
normal
dead guy too, but no, no.
Dead guy too, yeah. No, the devil's bargain is going to be that your underground passageways are compromised.
No.
Oh, that's
Temporarily.
horrible.
No.
So just 2.
2 die.
Who wants to roll?
I feel
I
like
can-
I've been rolling
Who's
the
feeling
best,
lucky?
but Abby,
I have not been rolling well.
time
been
for you to
middle-
redeem yourself.
Oh my god, okay. You're gonna be disappointed, let me just tell you.
Come on, he who walks in darkness. Come on, you can do. I believe in you. You're a demigod for a reason.
Come on! 4.
Okay. So, you check and you see that there's one that runs pretty close. You think if you can just blow through, it's underneath you. You think it runs underneath this, this complex, and you just need to blow your way through the floor about like a foot or 2, maybe,
Okay,
of stonework.
I think that's your specialty, Echo.
Blowing things up. You
Or
want me to
like,
pull
or
out
wreck your way through.
my crowbar and sledgehammer for my demolition tools because I have the load?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I can wreck pretty well. If we
Yeah,
can, if we can get through without an explosion.
I have 2 in wreck.
Oh, you also have 2 in wreck. Okay, maybe
Mhm.
we can.
group wreck. You two can group
You
wreck.
could.
But then you don't gain the benefits of the wreck.
Oh.
But, I mean, one of us could just help the other.
Yeah, that's good too.
Just do an assist.
Yeah, just assist us. Hold the lantern up because there are no lights.
I mean, I'll just assist you by also
Wrecking.
wrecking.
Okay. I will check off demolition tools, so hopefully that is taken in account for the wreck effect.
Okay, I'll put y'all at risky standard to try and wreck through the floor.
Can I check my special to push myself when working with technical skill?
Yes. But you have
So-
to be the one doing it now.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
And then Echo would be assisting you.
Do you have the
Do
stress
that.
for that?
Yeah, I have 3 stress.
Okay.
And if I get traumatized, it's like narratively perfect. So I'm
Perfect. Okay.
I'm really fine.
So then, what do you say? Risky standard.
Risky standard. You can hear them. There's like on the far door. They're keep trying to break through, and you can hear the wood starting to like creak and crack. And then they're also working on that leftern door. But you think you have time if you really you're under desperate situations, but you've
Can
got 2 hands
I
working on it.
Can I trade position for effect by not starting immediately, but sort of like looking to see where the best place would be? So a delayed start, but greater effect.
Yeah, definitely. So for desperate greater,
Desperate greater.
mhm,
And then you're helping me, and I can push myself. So that's 2
yes.
extra die.
Mhm.
6.
Oh my
Six.
god.
Good job.
Feels good.
Praise! Praise!
Okay, so you with the help of maybe Sylph holding the lantern and helping you suss out sort of like the best spot, you find a sort of fissure that's been growing in out of sort of the wall and through the floor. And you can see it's been maybe patched over a little bit, but it's still, you can tell the foundation here is weak. And using that as your starting point, you kind of hear the more shouting as they kind of seem to be gathering tools, and the wood's starting to splinter, and you can see like little pieces come flying off. But the 2 of you start wrecking with all of your might, chipping stone as it sort of crumbles away, stone and brick. And soon enough, you kind of break through, and it's luckily the brickwork that's been laid here is severely compromised, and you quickly kind of create just like maybe 2-3 foot round hole that y'all can just like basically slide just yourself through one at a time, down into this secondary tunnel that you've discovered, and you get through. And it seems like they're still working on the doors. So you
So
have,
is that like our getaway? Like
yeah,
at
I
the end
think
of the
that can
score?
count as y'all's getaway probably.
Okay, so now that we've succeeded, can I do something that is completely optional that might traumatize me?
I mean, yeah, sure.
Okay, so I think Vinny's the last one down. He's like, "Oh shoot, I gotta." He pulls out a piece of paper and he like looks at it, and it's Duchess's symbol. And he's like, "Why does she want this?" And he brings out some spray paint, and then he like sprays this little symbol crudely on the floor, and then he jumps
Okay.
down.
Cabbage approves.
Yeah, I will make y'all roll one last sort of getaway roll if you'll do a group prowl for me, I guess.
I can lead it.
Okay.
To make
And
sure
as
you
long
can
as
Okay.
keep
one of us
outrunning them.
passes.
Okay. I'll try.
And you'll be I'll make you controlled standard because you succeeded with a 6 on that wreck.
There you go.
Come on.
Oh,
Big money.
There you go.
So 1 stress.
Bringing it home,
one
Vinny.
stress.
Those clutch. Okay, so y'all get down. You spray Duchess's dumb symbol that she's requested of you, and quickly, you still have this unconscious guy, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I marked that load.
Make it down, drop him through, and start making your way through the tunnels, taking like all sorts of twists and turns to make sure you throw anyone off who might be following you. Eventually, maybe circling back to where the gondola's been conveniently parked before you take your getaway gondola back into the city. Throughout all of this, I think as you like are once you come back to the surface and you're getting to your gondola, you get the distinct feeling that you're watched on your way to the gondola and for a little while after you've gotten on the gondola and are making your way away. But it fades as you
tower's hidden.
it fades away as you get
Until
closer
somebody
to your
takes their hot date there.
tower. Because you're able to throw them off. So that will be the consequence that I mentioned earlier
Okay.
that I never applied.
So that just means I need to pimp out my gondola so it's recognizable.
But look, it got a cool. It has all these nice wax stains on it.
It's wax.
Oh yeah,
stains
from
on
all
it.
the
From
candles.
these candles.
Oh gosh, yeah. You can just buff those into the wood. It's fine.
Well, yeah.
All right, and you finish your score.
Woo!
Good job, team. So
Went off without a hitch.
Totally
No
fine.
good.
Great,
hitches
guys. You
It
did a
was
good
totally
job.
fine.
So I don't know. It feels like a small job to me. So I'm only thinking 4 coin. I mean, do you think your guy
we
is
need
just rolling in money?
We need to ask Sean how much coin we're
Sean,
making.
we
before
have the
we agree to
resources
jobs.
of
You
an
didn't-
entire
Y'all didn't
nation
set a
behind us.
contract. Y'all
I
didn't
might-
make a contract.
Flashback. I made the
Made 5
contract.
stress after that flashback. I'm actually gonna take away something because y'all were not litigious.
You can't punish us for not living up to our reputation.
I can do whatever I want. All
We,
right.
you know, we don't roll 6s one game, and all of a sudden he's
I
a
go mad
tyrant.
with power. I will let you get 6 coin if you extort your guy.
Yeah,
and
we're
you let him
extorting
go.
him.
Yeah, that's what we're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the
Okay.
guy that I have copied or
Yeah.
captured. Yeah, I mean, I was gonna ransom him anyway.
Yeah,
But all you're gonna get out of him is some coin.
perfect.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
I didn't
so
actually want that much out of him.
Well, you could have gotten information or something else more valuable potentially, but instead you'll get
Vinny doesn't
6
think long term.
coin. Okay, and as far as rep goes, you will get 3 rep.
2 coin each, 3 rep. Okay.
Heat. So
So
This guy's a little loud and chaotic,
it's a little hot.
and you're at war.
Wait, okay, hold on. So you know
and
how
it was a high-profile target.
Okay, hold on. You know how I said I patted down the lady and I slipped something into her pocket while I was
You
doing
did
that?
say that. Wow.
You did.
I was thinking ahead, guys, and I put some material, some wraith like materials on her body, so they would, at least for now, attribute it to the wraiths.
Yeah.
As the
Maybe they're like,
primary
why does.
suspect.
If only there wasn't a spray painted.
I would let you use that as a reduce heat, but I don't think it's gonna stop.
Okay,
The
fine.
heat.
We'll reduce the heat
Right.
after we get it.
Right, you can spend a downtime activity like.
But why? I already did it.
Well, then you need to roll something. Like you're gonna need to roll. You've got to roll something to be convincing enough, I think, or do a fortune roll, and just that'll decide if it was convincing enough.
Maybe sway.
Do you want me to sway them? I don't know. Yahoo. But then that's
Like
just
how
me.
convincing
Then I'm just.
the.
Then we might as well do heat first, and then I'll play it out. once
Mhm.
we do heat.
I mean, yeah. I think we'll be.
I mean, what's your
Fine,
heat
I-
at?
0.
Duchess has
0.
a really good thing for reducing heat as well. So I think we'll be fine.
Duchess can't do anything. She's in jail.
Currently.
Yeah.
For now.
For now.
Okay, so I'm giving you 6 heat for that.
Okay.
Wait, okay, so what is all of the breakdown for that?
So it was loud and chaotic.
So 4.
So 4. You're at
Yeah.
war. 5.
Yeah.
It's a high-profile target. 6.
Did we kill anybody?
No.
Technically, I could consider it to be on hostile turf since it was in the docks, which is the Foghound's territory, and I could give you 7 heat.
But Duchess brokered some peace.
but I'm being nice and I'm not doing that.
I mean, also though, the docks have this nice little effect where it's like Operation. Oh, never mind. That's against port ships at port. We're good. They have like a special thing under them. But anyway, we also used a bomb, so we get an additional heat because it's conspicuous.
We used a bomb, the MP, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, 7 heat, guys, riding
Okay.
high.
We basically did like SWAT team infiltration.
Yeah.
You were very, very straightforward in your sort of access to this area, which made things quick-ish. Okay, so someone needs to roll entanglements.
I got it.
Entanglements
Oh.
always screw everything up.
Woo!
It's arrest.
Not good.
Arrested again?
6-6.
All
wow,
of the sixes
Abby.
we needed.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so
That's
The one
not
time
great. That
2
a
sixes was
crit
good.
on an entanglement is worse.
it's not a crit because you're
Well, like
rolling.
a higher is worse.
I know, it's really sad.
Higher is worse. So arrest. So you get prosecuted again. Pay them off with coin equal to your wanted level plus 3. Hand someone over to arrest or try to evade capture. Yeah, I think. Did anyone see? Yeah, multiple people got seen.
I was in disguise though.
You were in disguise, but
I
definitely
was
Sylph
basically
was seen
Audit McGonagall.
for at least a moment.
I mean, we don't have any wanted levels, so arrest is really just being beat up if someone doesn't want to get arrested.
Yeah, so you could be beat up, which I think is how much harm is that? Like 2?
I'm trying to find it.
I know it's somewhere. It's like
I
140 something.
haven't finished healing my
No,
wound
it's level
harm.
3 harm. No resistance roll allowed.
Jeez.
Oh,
The
I'll
blue
pay
coats
them
gave
off.
you a beating to teach you a lesson.
How much do we have to pay?
3.
I got
3
money.
coin.
I paid.
you got money? 3 coin?
Yeah,
Oh my god. That's half of what we just made.
I know, but I'll pay my 2 coin and I'll take 2 from my
She
stash.
gets stash
Oh, yeah.
every time.
And I'm gonna make that same stash back.
Y'all do
Perfect.
just like roll through that coin though.
Yeah, we do.
We do. It's because we're at war. And
Yeah, you have to pay for
use it.
downtime activities.
Okay, so I'm paying up.
Okay, you pay them off. So blue coats come a call in. I think actually they go for Sylph and they're able to kind of finally corner you. But maybe Echo is with you at the time and she sort of jingles some change and sweet talks him into
She's-
looking in the other direction.
Yeah.
And they take that bribe.
Take that bribe, boo.
Downtime. What would you all like to do?
I need to indulge.
Me
I
too.
think you all need to indulge.
Yeah, we all need to indulge.
Oh
Probably
my
need to reduce
god,
heat if
I
possible.
hate these dice.
Oh, that's terrible.
Oh,
You could spend
no.
coin to
I
try and
need
do it again.
to.
Ladies and gentlemen, wow.
What?
I'm gonna be
These
great.
1, 1, 1, 1, and then a 4 for Sarah. Oh my goodness.
Okay, that's
I mean,
better.
yeah, I
at
have to
least.
indulge again.
Horrible.
Make sure y'all spending your coin.
Yeah, I did.
5.
It's good.
I'll
But
keep
y'all
mine.
still have a lot of heat.
Oh yeah, that's fine. We can get up. There's
Well,
no
I
point in
mean-
reducing heat when we're not at 1 wanted level, because then Duchess can just go to jail, delete a wanted level, and delete the heat.
Oh, okay.
I need to spend to heal my dog bite. The dog bite. I'm only halfway through healing it.
I am going to use analyst to put 2 onto my downtime of coming up with the formula for the earpieces. And so that completes it.
Nice.
Cool. Did we ever figure out the exact nature of those? Oh no, this is just the plan, right?
Yeah,
You still have to actually craft them,
correct.
I think. Oh man, making me look at items again.
He's like, it's all crystallized in my mind. I know how to make it now.
Which can either be a long-term project or it's like an asset. Or crafting.
I think it would. I don't know. We'll have to look at that. I'll make a note. Okay, so crafting earpieces, question mark. How will that work? And you get that for free, right?
Yes. So I've done 2 downtime, technically.
Okay. And did you have you had enough coin to pay for another one?
I mean, I have...
I meant for Echo.
Sarah,
Sarah,
I have a whole row of stash.
I'll give you.
Holy
Christ.
Sylph will hire a physician to come and check you out since you paid off the blue coats for me.
Thanks, boo.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you need to acquire Stiv, which you get a +1 to do.
Steph just needs a room in our tower. Like Steph.
I really need y'all to acquire an elite physiker and just be Steph.
You can roll.
Tired
for
of
him
you
if
acquiring
want,
him.
Sarah.
Say again.
You can roll if you want. For
Okay.
Steph.
What do I roll again?
I don't trust my dice.
tier?
You roll tier.
2 and it's
And-
fortune. Fortune roll.
Yes,
Isn't
it's
it
just a
tier
fortune.
+1 because we've acquired him a bunch?
Yeah, but we're tier 1. Because we're
It's
Oh,
tier
yeah.
1 +1.
Two.
Yeah, I've been giving you +1 to acquire him because you keep acquiring him all the time. So you would actually roll 3 dice,
3 dice.
because you get a +1 for acquiring assets from pack rats.
Oh, yeah.
Ah, yeah. Da-da-da-da.
So many dice.
Steph. Marry me,
Steph
Steph.
is tier 2.
No, he's
Yeah.
oh yeah, because he's elite. Yes, so he's tier 2. So you roll 2 dice, 2 more fortune dice for Stev to see how much he heals you. Or you could spend
Stev.
a coin to bump that. It's probably better to just wait for your.
It's better
Yeah.
to bump the result, yeah.
Steph. You're my favorite. Yes.
Well, he finishes you off, I think. His 5 is 2 ticks.
Okay, perfect. I'm all healed. No more doggo bites. Shadow doggo
Alright.
bites.
Any other downtime activities?
I think I'm gonna just train. Spend a coin to train personal.
Train,
Playbook.
train, train. That's where all y'all's money goes.
It is.
Okie dokie. And I think we'll end it here. Do
XP! Yes.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah. I guess. Y'all deserve some. Alright, everyone kept track of their desperate rolls.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think so.
Playbook specific XP triggers. Prowl, done. Sway was done once.
You're not just supposed to pick an action die if we've done it once. It counts.
I stealth or evaded a lot.
They literally just like apply to an action roll though, pretty much always. What is Vinny's though?
Technical skill or mayhem.
Done.
Mm.
Deception and influence.
Did I do it more than once? Because constitutes multiple times. And I get 2 XP.
You're not
And this
getting 2 XP.
This is my second character, Sean. My XP spread across 2 characters.
You conniving little piece of shit. No, you're not getting it.
The
Okay.
moral of this
Because
this
you
episode
express
is no.
your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background, and I'll give you 2 for that since you created basically a whole new score based around that.
For all of us? Or for just William?
No, for just Vinny.
Yeah, I
And-
didn't even mean for that to be a heist, but woo.
Sylph. Sylph.
I took Rain out on a beautiful date that wasn't
Yes, you did.
creepy.
That
And I
wasn't
despise
creepy.
that thought.
Not the most romantic date I can think of, but it's fine.
She's
You want to go back
trying.
to our
That-
criminal den?
You'll get one for that, and then Echo gets one as well. We're dealing with her parents, family,
Familia?
and issues with vice or trauma.
I think we were both.
I think you
reckless.
all did one of those, at least once.
Yeah.
Do y'all just all have reckless? I think
It's
I don't
so
have,
fun.
I have
volatile,
I have unstable.
Yeah.
I think-
unstable.
Vinny's next one is going to be soft.
Nice.
My next one's gonna be vicious.
Vicious.
She's getting mean over here.
She's
Okay.
getting mean. I'm gonna take not to be trifled with as my playbook upgrade.
Nice.
What is
I
that
was
do?
just looking at that one. It looks so fun.
That's the one
Oh.
that's kind of like the Hulk action.
Oh, you Hulk out. Cool.
Which I will.
Why
tie.
everyone doesn't just take calculating from the spider, I don't know.
It's
'Cause
so
it's
good. Yeah.
What is that one? The assist?
The extra downtime.
Oh, the extra time. Yeah, it is good, but it's no fun to just take things that are like you don't get to use that during
Play.
heists, really.
Yeah, you do. Throwback. I get a bomb and blow something up. That's as fun as I want.
Okay, whatever. Crew
Throwback.
advancements. Did you do your crew specific XP trigger, which you did? Did you contend for once you actually stole something? It was just a human body this
Yeah.
time. Contend with challenges above your current station, yes.
Nice.
Bolster your crew's reputation or develop a new one.
Reliable.
No.
We did it.
We will blow you up.
Just freaking me every time you succeed on a heist, and you've succeeded on every heist so far.
Which
so
is why
no.
we're reliable.
I think if you do multiple for maybe one person and you're continuously successful,
I mean, yeah.
or it's like an especially difficult heist, like the
Okay,
Lord Skurlock one was stacked against you and you did really good.
what if we get the reputation of like Skav sympathizers?
Ugh.
Okay, well, great, never mind. We're allowed to have a whole special with Abby's freaky god, but I just want to be sympathetic to Rebellion. And that's no can do.
I mean, do you want our reputation to be cult? Because we could have that
Absolutely
too.
not.
Yeah, exactly.
It
Absolutely.
should be, but I don't want it.
We'll put a pin in that and see what happens.
Okay.
Can we say though? What was our companionable gang for
Goal
letting
strikes inner conflict or essential nature.
Camaraderie?
Yeah. camaraderie? That's what I meant. I was like, yeah, sure, use my gondola, girl. Woo that woman.
And then we had inner conflict.
And then we had inner conflict because,
Yeah.
Oh,
taken back to
gosh.
it. We had a roommate agreement situation.
Mhm. We had a roommate intervention. Our RA sat us down.
Oh God. I'll give y'all one for that.
Nice.
Perfect. We advance.
Woo!
Woo! What are we now?
That's just we get special abilities.
Oh, in each PC, if you advance, gets stash equal to crew tier +2. So you each get 3 stash.
Ooh.
Fancy.
Stashy stash.
As if someone needs more stash.
I love stash.
All right. Did y'all want to figure out your advancements now or later?
Later. We will not be able to decide.
Yeah, our brains are not capable of making that decision.
Yeah.
It's never. It usually takes us 2 weeks to figure it out,
Yeah.
and then we figure it out right before the stream.
And even
anyways.
then, yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so much, everyone, for joining us this week. It's a lovely session. Didn't have to deal with nearly as many 6s as I normally do, which is a blessing for me. And we'll see you next week with more Iron Sworn.
Yeah.
So hopefully,
Yeah.
as long as everyone's doing all right. Appreciate your patience when we take off weeks. You know how it is. Sometimes just world gets to you. But thank you everyone for joining us, and we will see you soon.
Bye.
Bye.